come in.
Hi, Randy. I'm Tricia.
Hi, Tricia.
We talked on the phone a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming out here.
Yeah, the weather's a lot nicer now, so it was a lot easier of a drive than it would have been.
Oh, yeah.
Today. You never know with this weather. It's so unpredictable.
I know. Welcome to the Midwest.
Yep. Have you lived here your whole life?
Yes, I have, unfortunately. So.
I'm from Georgia originally, so I'm used to the warmer weather, but.
Oh my gosh, you poor thing. It's probably
Yeah.
hitting you hard.
Oh yeah, it is for sure. But anyway, so getting down to business.
Yeah.
I'm here today because, I'm looking into more of the smaller franchises, and I want to reach out to them. Let you all know that we have this new app for ADP, and yeah, so. Would you just go ahead and give me a brief overview of what your current system looks like and, what your company looks like?
Yeah. So you obviously know I work for Max's Office Supplies. So we do like electronics and office equipment and sales stuff. We have about 12 employees. That's including everyone from office staff to cashiers and janitors. We're currently using Payroll Lite, which we like it okay. It's not like horrible, things get accomplished, but it like takes every week. We take about an hour for payroll, another 5 hours for putting in the records for each quarter for compliance issues, filings, etc., and then 10 hours at the end of the year for taxes. So all in all, it works. Payroll gets done, but there's a lot of work that goes into it, and it ends up not being as enjoyable.
And I'm sure that can take a toll on yourself because, I'm sure that you would like a more efficient process so that you can leave earlier. Do you have like long nights where you have to stay using that system, or how does that look?
Yeah, there are some nights where I am here until like 10 o'clock, which I'm married, have 2 little ones at home that I really would honestly like to spend more time with, but I can't because I'm trying to get this done and it's not something I can avoid. But I'd say like even Friday nights, I end up like coming home really late, which during the week it's not as bad, but on the weekends, it's like really starting to take a toll on how I enjoy working.
Okay, so you really just want a system that is more efficient and easier to use. And then in terms of like your company and your employee turnover, how many employees do you have currently?
We have 12 employees.
12 employees?
Yes.
Okay, and then do they have access to the Payroll Lite system, or is it just like the managers that have access?
So I don't own the company, but the owner has access to it. I have access, and then we have like 3 office staff, and they also have access to it, but they don't typically do it because they don't know how, because it's more complicated doing all the paperwork.
Okay, and then does Payroll Lite currently offer you any sort of training or any resources that you can utilize to use their?
Yeah, we had initially when we first started with Payroll Lite, we had like the first month someone came out every other week and just kind of checked up on how it's going. We had an initial training, but ever since then, pretty much nothing. So I really have a difficulty trying to train others on how to use it. So that's why it's pretty much just me.
Okay. So you would like more of the training aspect in terms of, support and resources from the payroll company?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then what do you currently pay for this product or for this service?
I think it's roughly around $5,000 a year. I know that we have an accountant that does our quarterly filings and taxes, and then we also have an accountant who often helps just with like correcting mistakes and stuff like that. But he is an additional $200 per hour.
Okay.
So on top of that, it's definitely over $5,000, but at minimum $5,000.
Okay. So would you be willing to pay an increased price if you had better services and more support, or is that not something that you would be able to do?
No, I was definitely talking to the owner of the company last week, and we were talking about how stressful it is, and we discussed that there is like an increase in price we'd be willing to go. Okay. We haven't determined the exact kind of budget in that area, but we're like willing to readjust it if it's gonna fix a lot of these issues.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. So definitely, focusing on the aspects of the training and support services, the time efficiency, and also just, in general, the accessibility of the app. ADP does offer all of those things, and I actually have a demo that I can show you on here. So if you look on here, this is the ADP app. And there's like Touch ID where you can sign in. You have a really easy employee summary report. They will handle all of your taxes, government notice, things like that. And then there's also some other fun things like tips of the week. So in addition to having these tips of the week, which just gives you tips for using this, tips for your company, things like that, you will also have a representative from ADP that will work with you. They will come in and do an initial training, and then they will also come in and do trainings if you request any other training. So say, you have some employees now, but you end up losing a couple employees and you need to hire some other ones and they don't understand how to use it. You can request another training with that representative, and they will come on call and go through like all of the things that you need. If you ever have any issues, we have like chat support on the app. You can also call the representative that is assigned to you. Let me look real quick. I believe that I will be your representative because I am specializing in the small franchise businesses. So typically representatives take on 2 to 3 companies. So we don't have a high amount of companies, so we can, cater to your needs and personalize that to your needs. But yeah, so if you look on here, there's a lot of different features: the payroll, employees, reports, and then in the other section there's human resources, and then just all the different types of things that you would need.
Yeah.
Just right here on the app, and then you can also, on your computer set it up and like download the app to your computer, since I'm sure you won't be doing as much on your phone. But yeah, so there's lots of different options and availabilities. And like I said, the training would just go through all of the basics. We would train you, we would train your owner, and then from there on, whatever type of training you need, we are there for you, and we want you to know that like we do support the companies that we work with. But yeah.
How can you make sure that I do get that follow-up and that support? Because last year we actually had someone from ADP drop by. She left a catalog and talked to us a little bit, but never really heard from her again. We felt like we weren't as important because we weren't a big company.
So you said that happened about a year ago or so.
Yes.
So we had a lot of employees that were employed through ADP that were not following the procedures that we wanted them to follow, and since then we've implemented different trainings for our employees so that they can cater to our company or the companies that we work with, their needs, because we want to make sure that you all feel that your time is valued and that we value your business. So any employee that did not go through this training, and this has happened in the past 6 months, they are not currently employed with us anymore, and they were given the option to go through this training. We told them that this is a requirement because we need to do this for our prospects, but she is probably no longer with us just because she did not go through the training. So I apologize on behalf of ADP, but that will not happen in the future because we have increased our types of trainings and things like that.
Awesome.
Yep. So in terms of price, like I said, it is a little bit pricier. It's going to be about $8,000 per year. But like I said, you get all of those added benefits. You get the support services. So if that's something you're interested in, I would definitely encourage you to talk to your owner, and we could always, schedule a follow-up meeting to discuss those things. But do you have any other concerns that I could address for you right now?
Honestly, just the follow-up is one of my biggest concerns. The price we'll definitely have to talk about and figure out how we can maneuver a budget.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a trial we can do or something to just make sure I like it before spending that much money?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So we do have a 30-day trial that you all can try out and see if you like it. And if you do, then we can, have another meeting after that. So maybe at our next follow-up meeting, I can get that trial set up for you all if you talk to the owner.
Yeah.
And if that seems like something you would be interested in.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly will probably have to make sure she can come to the meeting because I'm sure she would really like to hear about it and just get her perspective and her questions and stuff.
Yeah.
There, but we would love to set up another meeting.
Okay, so let's plan on sometime next week, and I will give you a call when you talk to your owner, and then we can schedule it from there. Does that work?
That is perfect.
Okay, it was so nice talking to you.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you.
Have a good day.
Awesome, thank you.